Now, don't get me wrong, I love me some garbage plate, but I also like to support chefs who are kicking it up a notch, and I see more and more of them in these parts these days. 6 of them are taking part in a charity cooking competition at Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester tomorrow. Well, I got to sit down with one of those chefs, Derrick Deporter, and ask him, 1, why I wasn't invited, and 2, how our food scene went bananas.
We are at Unta Beer Garden at 120 East Avenue.
And this looks like an interesting setup out here.
Yeah, you know, this was the motivation and inspiration behind it all as a beer garden, the sunken patio, get that New York City vibe.
And you've been in the culinary scene in Rochester for a good amount of time. What have you seen as far as its evolution?
It's crazy. I moved back to Rochester in 2008, and when I moved into town, or back into town, it was so funny. Like, there was some of the big staples, you know, the Two Vines were crushing it, the Maxes were crushing it. And then a couple of years fast forward, I went to open the Rev, and when that happened, everybody was changing the game, and everybody was getting inspired by other people, and so it's definitely changed a lot.
What has that been like to be a part of this shift?
Back in the day, everybody kind of did their own thing, and now it's like we all have this good community of us that are good friends, and we all kind of work together and bounce ideas off of each other. We've all kind of worked with each other and continue to work with each other in the future, which is also nice. So the community is really great.
How did that happen?
We need to invent a new can opener. I don't know. I think just the younger generation of chefs and cooks that came into this town, and we all started getting hungry and getting excited about each other's food, and yeah, inspired one another. The new age of technology where we're all following each other on Instagram. Like, I have a few good chef friends that we've been friends on Instagram for years before we actually met one another. It's funny to catch up that way also. Now, there's going to be a competition, a throwdown coming up. Looking forward to that? Yeah, the Chef's Throwdown over at the Comedy at Carlson. 2 teams, 6 chefs. Should be a lot of fun. Go up against some of our good friends.
So not that much of a competition then?
No, friendly competition, but we're going to win.
All right, I wish I could tell you where you can buy tickets, but that event is oversold, I'm told.